Hello.
Hello. We're in the car, boys.
This is eating as usual.
No. This is eating as usual. Welcome to the Untold Podcast. Today, we're on our way to a real fucking film set. How do you feel, boys? Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah. Apprehensive to see what it's like, to be fair.
But it's nice being driven.
Starts to be a driven. Passenger princess in the back there, which you had to pull over for a free time so he can go for a wee and then get himself a sandwich.
And a cloudy lemonade.
I did contemplate getting a couple of beers from the petrol station in December.
Because he didn't want to film if he hadn't eaten, because otherwise he'd get hangry.
You don't want a hangry Darrow episode. We've already had to significantly edit today's episode because I might have been hangry during that episode.
The one about food you didn't eat before you came.
Oh, no.
Did you pull out of a McDonald's? I swear you pulled out of a McDonald's.
No, Chris bought me a flat white.
Oh.
But, yeah, that edit would have got me cancelled pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I did have 2 sausage and egg burgers with 2 hash browns as well, but whoever
Did you?
that.
So I had
How
a lettuce.
That's right, you've made up for what you bought from the petrol station, though, haven't you? Your weekly shop.
Did he do his weekly shop? Yeah, did his big shop.
Listen, I was thinking of both of you in case you get hungry on set today, because we don't want hangry dares on a film set.
No, celebrities
Not
will definitely
gonna be
get me
good.
cancelled.
Not going to be good. So, I asked ChatGPT to roast me in day, based on
God, that's really advanced, isn't it?
what it knows about me and my business endeavours.
It just writes things to me. Jesus.
And it basically said that my CV should come in a box set because there's so much going on in my life at the moment with this podcast, with business and stuff. And then we turned the roast into a business plan, and it came up with a wicked idea for like a segment of our podcast. Wow. So, what's the stupidest thing you've ever done in business, boys? Stupidest thing. A big mistake.
Some days you're just waking up, to be fair.
Ever done in business?
Yeah, what's the
Well, I've only been in business for about 2.5 years.
So you must have done some stupid shit in 2.5 years.
Yeah, I have. Oh, I've got an answer, but it's deep, man. Yeah, I don't.
Or can you make it a bit shallower?
I will. I will.
Put a bit of fun on it as well.
Put
yeah.
a bit of spin on it.
Yeah.
What happened then, Des?
No, move on. Mine's all about mindset and crap like that. Let me think of something funnier.
Mine's just done safety stuff. It's just like throwing health and safety out the window. Like, we spoke about health and safety the other week, didn't we, in the construction site? But when the blind eyes are turned, you do things that you shouldn't do. But it's really, that's a difficult one to answer, really. Mine's probably hanging 120 foot off a scaffold and with one arm and cracking my head open because I'm trying to do a pull-up or something. And it could have fallen right to my death. But other than that, yeah, mine's just sort of safety stuff, really. My business is we're not really a business where I can take massive leaps of faith and make massive mistakes, I suppose. I want to hear Des's, to be fair.
Oh, I got it now.
So do I. You've got on. Go on then, Des.
Telling 120,000 people that I was going to wake up at 5 a.m. for a month.
and then carry it on for another 3 weeks.
I know. Jesus Christ, it's about 4 days in. I thought, I can't be doing this. This is savage. But yeah.
So why do you reckon? All right, so let's go to that then. The 5 a.m. club, Des. 5 a.m. club, you tried it for a few days, it wasn't for you. Why do you think that was?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't for me. It's more like 5:30. But I set myself a challenge at the start of this month. 5 a.m, lose half a stone and read 2 books. The 2 books was a breeze. And the half a stone, did I do that? I didn't even weigh in at the end of the month. Yes, I did do that. But yeah, the 5 a.m, no. The clocks went back. So that straight away, that would have been 4 a.m. Didn't factor that one in.
So what books did you read?
And we're also launching 2 businesses. So and this podcast, it's been long days, mate. Long days.
Yeah.
But it leads to a wider point, to be fair.
Yeah.
Documenting everything I do in business. I think that needs a shift. Because there's only so much, number one, people care about, and number two, that I feel like I should be sharing now.
Yeah. I think sharing the story of the Toctic affiliate agency, I think that's a good one to share.
Yeah.
I think you should be sharing the journey with that.
In fairness, Luke is, but I have shared so much in the last 2.5 years. I think not that I'm over it, that's not fair, because I do enjoy it, and everyone's been so invested, and I've been this relatable guy. See, I knew this would go deep.
He's proper chucked you in at the deep end here, isn't he?
He has, hasn't he? I've been stitched here. How could I be relatable now? Because I run a TikTok agency. You can probably count on two hands how many people are doing really successfully on that. So I can't really, it's not really relatable anymore. But Luke's doing a hell of a job on his podcast. Luke got a podcast, Chris, did you know?
Does he?
Yeah.
No, he never mentioned it. Tough.
I think I don't know about this podcast.
He's a banging podcast. He literally sits down, presses record, and talks about his week in growing the TikTok agency.
Well,
It went number 9 in his first week.
that's good.
Yeah,
we
but-
need to get one to.
Yeah.
We've been 50, haven't we? 49.
Yeah,
48,
49, yeah.
47.
Yeah, just our listeners aren't supporting us as they should be at the moment.
No, I know, yeah.
I don't know why.
Right.
It's not like we're giving them anything
There's a
back.
little plug there, guys. If you want to support us a little bit more, maybe put a couple of comments in the comment section, a few little likes and a share. That would be lovely and very grateful.
I'll wake up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning and read them.
Yeah.
I loved it when in the group. Lads, how we doing today? 6:29 a.m. club today.
Hashtag 629.
I literally got up at 5 a.m. 3 days in a row. The first day I burst into tears for some strange reason. Had a real emotional, like...
Oh,
Honestly, I sat in my garage. I went downstairs, sat in the garage, in my studio, I like to call it, not the garage. I put some relaxing music on, and I watched a TikTok video that my missus made. I just burst into tears.
that's an advert, isn't it?
So I was like,
The benefits of 5 a.m. club.
I'm-
a bit of Enya and try it.
yeah, honestly, like, I'm not an emotional guy. I'm not an emotional. It's not me. I've always bottled everything out, anything that goes on. But I don't know what it was. I think it was like where I'm in the studio. It's in the garage. I can hear the birds singing in the background, and where I've been. Like, my life is completely fucking flipped on its head at the moment. Like, from the last 8 months, where I was 8 months ago to where I am now. First of all, they've got no idea who I am.
You're welcome.
No idea like, who I am at all. No idea where I'm going, what I'm doing. Just complete head fuck in a minute. So I think it was where I've not had time to think about anything other than everything that's going on. I went down and sat down in the quiet. I had the music playing. I could still hear the birds in the background, and I just had this like revolutionary 5 minutes that just made me realise what has actually happened to my life in 8 months. It kind of just fucking done me. Absolutely done me. I was in bits.
In fairness, mate, the 5 a.m. club, that's what it lets you do.
Yeah,
Being awake before anyone else. You've got to be quiet because you don't want to wake anyone up.
yeah.
So all you're left with is your thoughts.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I'm not a good one. As you boys know, I am not a good one with my own thoughts. A massive overthinker. And it just done me. I went inside, I went back indoors, and I was like, right, I've got to steady myself, go back to work. And then I spoke to my missus at lunchtime, and I told her, she was like, what? It's like, yeah, honestly, just in bits, like bawling my eyes out. And I don't know whether it's...
So you had a lie the next day.
Yeah, I got up at 11:45 the following day.
Yeah.
To make up for the thing.
But
Now, what
yeah,
do you reckon it was? Was it
I don't
was it
know.
like a happy emotion because you sat back and you reflected on that 8 months ago you were there and now you're here?
8 months of knowing Darrow and fucking his head up.
Do you know what? I think a little bit, but I think as well, it was just fucking. It was actually my brain just going and just letting everything out that it couldn't let out because I've either got my little boy and my missus. I've got about 395,000 WhatsApp groups going off constantly. You've got like all the guys from at the time it was the school community. You've got all your notifications from TikTok. You're making videos on TikTok. You're going live on TikTok. I've got a business that I'm trying to run that is not being run and it's completely failing because I'm putting so much time into everything else. And it was the first time in 8 months, literally, where I just sat there and didn't have anything to think about other than myself. And I think that was what it is. I think that's what done me. I just realised how actually fried I was. As well as, yeah, like, you've done this, you've done that, you've done that. But I've never been one of these people that really reflects on things. Like, I think I've said it in the podcast before, like, I don't think of the past because there's nothing you can do. I only really try and think of today. And I'm not a massive future thinker, and I think that's what holds me back in life. I don't actually think of what I can achieve. I just think about what I've got right now and what I'm being told today rather than what I'm being told will actually affect me in the future. So I think it's just a combination of everything, really.
Funny enough, I did a post on this, mate. I think that could actually be a strength of yours. Because I did a post on this. the old Scott Mills breakfast show. We had Sam Ryder on there, and Sam Ryder, he's a bit of a hippie, isn't he? Bless him.
Yeah.
He said he likes living in the moment because we only ever look to the future in fear, and we only ever look into the past with regret. And I thought, fuck, he's nailed it there. He has nailed it. So I think there's strength, mate, just living day to day. But
Yeah, you say that, it doesn't feel like it's a strength, to be fair. It feels like it's a massive hindrance.
no, but you'll have so many people, mate, that are crippled by the thoughts of the future.
Yeah.
And it leads them into sort of procrastination and stuff. But you've also, I think you've hit the nail on the head about general, I don't know if it's a male thing, I don't want to sound sexist when I say that, but we have got so much going on, especially trying to make businesses work for the sake of our family, where you've got your duty as a dad, you've got your duty as an employer, then you've got the responsibility that you've put on yourself to make more money.
Yeah.
That takes up your brain 24/7, even when you're sleeping. I literally wake up in the middle of the night for a drink of water and a wee, and I'm thinking about the business. There isn't much time to sit and think about nothing, is there?
No, I think like my main. I'm actually using this as a therapy session today, to be fair.
I'm good. I'm up for a laugh. Jesus Christ.
This
episode's gone down the toilet already.
Starting.
My main thing, to be fair, in life is when I was at school, I was an absolute little prick, like horrible little shit. And I used to love it. I used to love being naughty because you just get reactions and you make people laugh and everything. But now I've got a bit older in life. As I say, the last 8 months, like when I was at school, I was always told, you're never going to do nothing, blah, 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 blah. And I can see myself becoming something now. And I think like where you've always been told that you're never going to achieve, once you start finally achieving things, you feel better about yourself. You get worried that you're going to let everybody else down. Because you're like, all of a sudden, like people start believing in you. Like my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, they're like, all over it. Oh, how's your TikTok going? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, are you doing this? What's going on? Blah, blah. And I'm so frightened that everything's just shit's going to hit the fan. And it's all going to go tits up. And then I'm going to have to go, oh, yeah, not doing it anymore. I think that's my main thing at the moment. Like,
Right, so let's unpack that. What would it take for you to quit now?
not a lot at the minute. If I didn't want to let other people down at the moment, I'd probably be done on TikTok.
We've talked about this a lot, Mick.
I know,
We've
yeah.
talked about this a lot.
Because
you were the geezer that wanted to quit 8 months
It
in.
is really hard.
But
It is.
instead, you built a studio.
Yeah.
So you were never going to quit.
I need to spend some more money. That's
Maybe
the problem.
maybe I don't know. Maybe one sub part of your brain said I'm going to quit, but the other part of your brain said no.
Yeah.
No matter what, I won't quit. Actually, I'm going to double down.
Yeah.
So I wonder whether you do actually mean that.
I don't know. I've never been a plate spinner. I don't enjoy spinning plates, and I'm spinning plates at the moment. But yeah, literally where I am at the moment, like I think probably the last week has been the worst week that I've ever had on TikTok.
Yeah.
As in mentally.
Yeah.
I just can't be asked. And I shouldn't. If people are going to listen to this, they're going to go, "Oh God!" But if he can't be asked, how am I supposed to be asked? Like, he's really successful and everything. But it's important to mention, like, you will have times where you can't be asked, and at the moment the sun's out. I want to spend time with my family. I want to go and enjoy myself. Like, I had a fantastic day on Sunday, Mother's Day, with my missus and my little boy. And I don't want to be making TikTok videos. I don't want to be going in the studio in the dark and having the bright lights and everything on for 3 hours on a Sunday evening when I've had a lovely day out. But that's when you got to dig deep and just go for it, because they're the days where if you don't do it, you're going to not enjoy the days where you're making money and you're actually flying,
Mate, I had that for about 6 months.
You all right, Ash?
Yeah.
Keep going.
I just wanted to hear your voice.
Keep driving, mate. Me and Chris having a chat. But no, I think this is important because I went through this and it lasted about 6 months.
Yeah.
And I documented it all, didn't I? When I was feeling like that. And the conversation I always had with Claire, and it felt like we were having it 3-4 times a week. It was, we would never, ever, ever have a better opportunity to change our lives.
Yeah.
Because there's loads of times we wanted to quit and go back. But this opportunity to change our lives, if we then stepped away from it, we would regret it forever.
Yeah. This is the thing. It's the fear of it's the FOMO, isn't it? Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
And also the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
You're
That's it.
battling with both. The fear
Yeah.
of missing out, the fear of the unknown.
And your brain is coming to terms with the fact that you are actually successful.
Yeah.
Because your subconscious part of your brain wants to stay in the lane that you've always been in. But you're rewiring it, and your brain is fighting back.
And also, like, sitting here really quietly, driving, concentrating on the roads and listening to you two, like a couple of old grannies, and met each other at a shopping centre.
Supposed to be having a laugh on the car journey, we just got really deep.
I know.
8 months is a fucking long time, but it's also a very short amount of time. When you look, think, oh God, I'm not going on that holiday for 8 months. When you look back and be like, 8 months ago, we was on that holiday, you think, Jesus Christ, so much can happen in 8 months. And I think that might be where you're at. So your life has changed so much, and doors have opened for you in the last 8 months that you never thought would open.
Yeah.
And that's why you've got this fear of like, shit, what's going on? Everything's gonna, what if it all goes crashing down? Now, my advice for that would be to just continue enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say to that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think
Stop fucking moaning.
Well, yeah, well, this is it. You know, this is the problem. I feel like I'm constantly, like, we've got a big thing with the mood hoovers, haven't we? I feel like I'm mood hoovering all the time lately, because where I've not had all that, you know, like I was saying, the last 8 months, I've not had the last 8 months for the last fucking 41 years. It's really difficult to deal with it.
It is.
Like, really difficult. Like, we sat on the sofa, me and the missus last night having a chat about it all. And she said, like, what's going on with you? Like, why are you so miserable all the time at the moment? And I just said to her, because I don't know. I literally haven't got the answer, because I can't remember the exact word that I used with her, but she said, like, you need to give yourself a slap, because there's fucking hundreds of thousands of people out there that would kill to have the opportunity and be in the situation you're in now, and you're sitting there going, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I don't know if it's for me. She's right. I do. Problem is, right, because I've obviously got my decorating business, and I haven't been putting all the effort into that like I should have been. Now I'm at the point where I don't have any choice. I've got to double down on one or the other and give the other up. And it's, you know, I've basically told my main client that I'm not going to be working for him anymore. And I think, obviously, having that business for 15 years and then all of a sudden just giving it up for TikTok, obviously, and to do other bits as well, and to do this with you boys, it's difficult, isn't it? It's a real tear to sort of between the two, whether you've actually got, because not believing in yourself, which I don't, I never have done, it's very difficult to believe in yourself that you can actually achieve something that you've only been doing for 8 months rather than you've been doing 15 years.
But my argument to that would be, if everything went to shit with going on the journey you're going on now, how long would it take you to walk back into decorating?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's what my, like...
Yeah.
I think you've got to take the risk or lose the chance, and you're at this, like, journey in your life at these crossroads where you go down the safe road or you go down the fucking green lane with all the bumps and shit, then you'll have more fun down that road.
Yeah.
And then all else fails, you swerve back over and you're back on the road that you're on now.
And again, though, it's you will be inspired by the circles you operate in.
Yeah.
So if you do, at the moment, one of the best things that's happened to me for my mindset is that I'm talking daily now with people who all earn more than me, or they got goals just like I've got. And it's not one of those, oh, really, ditch your mates that aren't doing that. I hate that phrase. I'm never going to ditch my mates. That's ridiculous. But at the same point, you're surrounding yourself daily with people that you're aspiring to be like.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, man.
Yeah. You surround yourself, don't you? You surround. Like, I've said this so many times.
I don't want to be like you, Des. I'm sorry. I don't want to get up at 5:30.
Then leave me alone. You pester me every day.
I don't want to wake up at 5:38 every morning.
Well, some mornings.
Sorry, Ash. Go on.
And I don't want to be a passenger princess like you, Des. Jesus. Are we there yet?
We had to put Des's seatbelt on when he got in the back a minute ago.
Listen, boys, all I'm hearing is jealousy. All I'm hearing. Just drive, Ash.
Oh my God, there's someone waving at you, Des.
Hello. There's Howard.
There's his roadshow.
Fucking... Oh, got a roadshow.
Welcome to the Untold Podcast. Today I will be Desi's fucking driver. Do you need another toilet break, darling?
Oh, that would be nice. Can you help me wipe?
Oh dear.
But yeah, so
on that tree.
That was quite deep though. But that was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's just supposed to be a bit of a
But like you said the other day in the voice note, that you're in a place where you feel like you don't necessarily belong.
Yeah, totally.
And I think you're in a you're in a good place. I think that's a good place. I think it's a good, because you pushed yourself outside your comfort zone to the point where you're uncomfortable, not where you're still sitting in it. And I think that's good. That's good.
I'm doing that a lot lately, I must admit. I've just admitted that I cried in the morning at 5 a.m, which I've never admitted to anybody. And I've also just spoken a lot about my feelings.
No one's watching anyway. So
You just told that to 27 listeners.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I'm better doing that to tell it to a therapist. To be fair.
My mum and dad have learned something new about you.
Yeah. No, actually, to be fair, I do listen to it on 26 different accounts. So.
Fuck. But no, it's yeah, it's good. It's good to talk though.
I've forgotten what the fear. What was the actual start of what was the start of it?
What was the stupid thing you've done in business?
Yeah, what was the stupid thing you've done then?
What, me?
Yeah.
Start a podcast for YouTube.
Honestly,
it's stupid because I asked the question and I honestly don't know. The stupid.
Something to worry, Ash. That without ChatGPT, you can't think for yourself anymore.
No, ChatGPT makes me more articulate because I learn new words from it. It's like having a teacher. The stupidest thing I've done in business is put people on a pedestal, I reckon. I've said this before.
Oh, I like that.
The stupidest thing I've ever done in business is put people on a pedestal and think I'm not worthy of that, or they're better than me. And that's probably the stupidest thing I've done. Like working for influencers and bending over backwards and it costing me money so they can get what they want. Just because I put them on a pedestal. They have more money than me. And that's probably the stupidest thing that I've done in business. But I've learned from that now, and if influencers want to come to me, they'll get a good service, they'll get a good product, they'll get a good price. But I ain't doing it I'm not going to lose money on it because that would make me a stupid business.
Let's have a conversation, Ash. I've got an offer for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not an influencer.
What is an influencer?
This is it. No,
What is an influencer?
What is everyone's interpretation of an influencer?
An influencer is someone that gets free tickets to Thorpe Park, stands there and takes selfies instead of goes on the rides.
I did that. Got them from the Sun newspaper a few years ago.
I bet you went on the rides, except the scary ones.
Oh, that's it. What is an influencer? I guess someone that influences people.
Yeah.
Probably the.
There's a fine line between creator and influencer, isn't there?
Yeah.
I would much rather be a creator than an influencer.
I think you'll have over a million followers.
All right, that cut deep. Jesus.
Sorry,
Well,
Des.
over a million.
I thought I'd throw that in there before you just start rolling it out.
You didn't pay for it. But you've got influence goods. Like, you could be an influencer and be spouting your bullshit on people.
No, for me, influencers are Love Island types.
Yeah. They've literally gone from nothing to a big following overnight and they get brand deals and...
Opening up a Wilco. You know what I mean?
It's Wilco's not going anymore, is it? That might be
No, that's why they've done it. Yeah, that's why they've done it.
They went wrong. They didn't have they needed people like us open.
They paid Arch too much money to open it. They've gone bankrupt.
Can we have skinny Arge or fat Arge? Which one are we having this week?
Oh, do you know what? Right, there was this thing years ago. Everyone used to say that I looked like him, and then when I met him, we had a photo taken, and we actually looked like brothers.
Do you know what I get? I get James Corden. The amount I was in the jumping fun inflatable theme park once with my daughters, and these two girls come running over all giggling.
Oh, you prick!
Are you James Corden? Because my mum up there and her mum was up there, like all giggling, like waving. I was like, no, I'm not James Corden.
I love it, yeah. James Corden, he got bored of Hollywood. He wants to go to Burgess Hill jumping.
Yeah. Yeah. Pay £3.50 for some socks.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh dear. I'll let you know something right now, Ash. I do actually much prefer you to James Corden.
I don't know why he gets so much hate. I guess it's probably because I don't follow him.
I don't. I like James Corden.
Yeah, we tend to disagree with a lot of people that we dislike.
That's true. That's true.
You two tend to say yes, and I just say no. And I'm not doing it.
He's never done anything wrong to me. So he's.
I don't hate him. I don't hate anyone. Just don't like him.
I don't hate him. I just don't particularly like him.
I like James Corden. I've ripped off his interviewing style.
Well, I don't like Gavin and Stacey either, to be fair. So it puts me out. That's about 5 million other people.
Oh well, the subscribers have gone down from 2 to 1.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Mum and Dad have just switched off.
Yeah.
You don't like Gavin and Stacey? No.
Why don't you like Gavin and Stacey?
Just tour.
It's not very constructive.
It's because everybody else likes it. I've never watched Game of Thrones.
No, I've watched it. I don't like it.
I never watched Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad.
I'm quite a simple person. My favourite film is Kevin and Perry Go Large in Ibiza.
What a film.
I've watched it about 800 times. I only have to listen to one of the tracks and I can tell you the exact scene it's in.
Is it an eyeball Paul track?
Yeah.
When was the last time you watched it, though?
About 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I tried to watch it last summer and I was like, I've definitely grown up.
No.
Every lad's holiday I've ever been in, it's the first time you see anyone. Morning, Perry.
Morning, Perry, yeah. I got a mate called Ted. He's Perry and I'm Kevin.
Hello, Miss Patterson. It was the best thing in the world, though, wasn't it? Like Kevin and Perry, Harry Enfield, Little Britain and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about that earlier, weren't we? TV programmes.
Why are we not
that
allowed?
have been just thrown out a window now, like Little Britain, the sketch. I mean, you can understand why some of the sketches in Little Britain are frowned upon now, but if you can't just handle a bit of comedy, don't watch it.
Hang on a minute, I'm going to challenge you here. It's not gone away.
Dave, no, they have taken lots of Little Britain bits out of Little Britain.
When?
About 2-3 years ago.
It's still on
Nah.
TV Gold and stuff.
It's not the bits that you're thinking of, mate. They've all gone. Trust me. It's been removed from Netflix.
I don't believe there's a cancel culture. There we go. That's a grenade. I don't believe there's a cancel culture.
Have you been living under a rock?
I could watch Trading Places tomorrow on Sky Movies. No bother at all.
What's Trading Places?
Oh my God!
Des is making out he's 52 again instead of 42 or whatever he is.
Shut up, boys. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say Trading Places?
No. No, enlighten us.
I do, I'm just mugging you off.
I've never genuinely never been more upset. Trading Places, Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
The N word is thrown out a lot. The F word for gay people is thrown out a lot. It's still all there. There's just a little line in the description saying dated comedy references. That's it.
Yeah, but there won't be anything new, current that's being filmed with any of it in there, will there?
No, but things have changed, haven't they?
Yeah, the cancel culture.
No, it's not a cancel culture. Just people are more empathetic of other things. But
No, I don't think they're empathetic.
don't you?
No, I don't think it's an empathetic thing. I think it's a... people love it, people want to watch it, but everyone's
know what he's
scared
doing.
to make it.
So what's been cancelled then?
Was that you'll never see a programme like Harry Enfield and Chumps. You'll never see a programme like Little Britain, Come Fly With Me.
No, but they're still
that's a
on.
classic.
But those things are still on.
Yeah, but they won't create them anymore.
Even like It Ain't Half Hot Mum or Alf Garnett is still on. Rising Damp is still on. They stopped making those years and years and years ago.
Didn't they take the In-Betweeners off of Netflix?
Something like that. Well, it's been taken off of somewhere.
But it's on Channel 4 every night.
Is it?
Yeah, they literally do series 1, 2, 3, then the films, and then start around getting in circles.
I think that it's like, look, there's a lot of comedians that come out and say that you got to worry. They never used to have to worry about their jokes. They never. Now I get it. Some comedians are a little bit over the line, but I choose not to listen to it because that's not my style of comedy.
This is it, isn't it? If you go to see a comedian, it was wow. Who did we see the other week? We saw someone at a theatre the other, really old comedian. My father-in-law loved him. I can't remember his name. No point in me trying to remember, but he a lot of his jokes are about a different race. So that way. But if you know that's the comedian and you like that, go and watch it.
Yeah.
If you don't go and watch it.
Yeah, I agree. But that's always been the way.
But you still there. It's Jim Davidson. I've just remembered his name. But they've been trying to cancel him for fucking years.
No, they haven't.
He even said it himself on stage.
Yeah, because he weren't cancelled. He was on stage.
Yeah, but
and he's on TV. He's on GB News all the time.
Yeah.
I definitely think that there is, whether it's a cancel culture or whether it's definitely something going on, because none of the funny sketch comedy shows that we all watched growing up, the kids of today will get to.
No, but
I mean,
at
you
the
can
same
go
point,
down the line of, do we only find it funny because we're not involved in the comical sketches, and then there's obviously other sexes and other races that are being used in those comical sketches to.
No, I don't even necessarily agree with that, to be honest with you, mate. Because there's you look at Eddie Murphy Raw.
Yeah. What have you done for me lately, Eddie?
Yeah, fuck you, funny man.
I love that program.
Suck my dick, Eddie.
I haven't seen that film. I want to watch it now. I'm going to watch it on the way out.
Eddie Murphy on stage.
You was butt naked on the back of a zebra.
Yeah,
Whatever she says.
F.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Have you not seen Eddie Murphy Raw? That's good.
No.
That's
Yeah, it's the one where he's wearing like the red leather suit on stage. It's basically
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy on stage.
Right.
It's brilliant. But again, like Chris Rock, loads of anti-white gags. Loads of anti-white gags. These guys are still going around.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah, but they're allowed.
where do we have? We had Citizen Khan on. It was an Asian geezer taking the mick out of Asians.
Yeah.
There was loads of them, but there'll be comedies made today that in 20 years' time things would have changed.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be happening.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get a comedian on the show and ask them what they think about cancel culture. It's a good idea, isn't
That
it?
is a good idea.
Good idea.
That is a good idea. But I still haven't seen any proper examples of cancel culture. Even Philip Schofield is still on TV.
We nearly got cancelled after if we'd have put that episode out yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have been cancelled before we even got started.
But I do agree there are things that are blown out of all proportion.
Yeah.
I don't agree that you should have pronouns on an email.
No.
I'm sorry, if your name is Dave, I'm going to guess that you are a he.
You're a dog.
Nah.
My dog's named Dave, by the way.
But yeah, it's mad. So boys, this has been a bit of a random one, isn't it? But I guess that's what happens
Yeah, well,
when you sit in a car. What's next for you? What do you want to get out of this podcast?
Cancelled.
No, we don't want to get cancelled.
Oh, sorry.
Everything is on the encrypted fucking drive, mate.
Just to prove me wrong that we could be cancelled.
It's an encrypted drive. Everything goes on it. You need 16 different keys to get into it. No, come on. Serious question. What do you want out of this podcast?
I want to show people what can be achieved.
Fucking Toys R Us.
Toys R Us, look at that.
They're still around.
Jeffrey was right. There's millions of
I mean,
them.
it is boarded up.
It is boarded up again.
I expect there's still something in there.
I'm amazed that's not a little.
I'm not surprised it's boarded up though. Where are we? Middle of nowhere.
Felixstowe.
Hello to all of our listeners from Felixstowe.
all 1.5 of you? What do you mean half? Well,
But right, what do I want for this podcast? I want to show people what's achievable. The whole thing that I've been doing for the last 2-3 years. If you want to start a podcast. You can do it from your kitchen. You could do it with two guys that you haven't really spoken to much in their life ever. You can do it talking about anything that you want to talk about. But I want to show anyone that with action, determination, resilience.
do it in a car while you get crushed by an
Yeah,
Arctic.
cheers.
Bloody hell.
That was outrageous. It's because we slagged off Felix though.
Sorry, there's Gary.
No, that's it. Because this isn't just. Oh man, I sound like ChatGPT here. This isn't just a podcast for us, is it?
No.
This is going to be a business.
Yeah.
We've got lines in which we want to grow this and grow other arms to be successful. And you can do it from anywhere with a microphone and a camera.
Well, look, we're in my old Audi with a camera attached to the windscreen. Do you know what I mean? And we filmed a podcast.
Yeah.
We don't know how it sounds yet, with the roads and the suspension falling apart. And
It'll sound better. It'll sound better than the one that we wouldn't have done if we didn't do it. Though, wouldn't it?
Exactly that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You like that. Yeah.
Exactly that.
For me, mine's a lot more simple than that. Obviously, I wanted to do a podcast on mental health before I met you, horrible Tusu. I just want to if I can just help one person in the next 12 months feel better about themselves, that'll just give me enough fulfillment.
Oh, yours is better than mine. Sorry.
Sorry, mate, but that's who I am. You know, some of us are just nice. No, genuinely, like I think the good thing about the three of us doing it all together, and I could never have done what I probably would have never have got off my lazy arse and done it in the first place. But I think the three of us together, we've got so many different angles and so many different wants out of this that I think it'll be amazing. We just need all the lovely people that are listening to tell other people about it, because without other people's help, we're not getting anywhere. You know. But yeah, just I genuinely think I wouldn't be sitting in this car with you two boys. I'd be at work today earning money if I didn't genuinely think that we were going to change people's lives as well as our own at the end of the day. Let's not forget.
That's it. Instead, you're with us, spending money.
We want to change our own lives as well as other people. So
Yes.
that's important to mention.
That's the thing. Like, obviously, I manifested the fuck out of this to the point where I built 2 podcast studios and never used them. And then, obviously, Des phoned me up. I wasn't even there. Des phoned the girls up. So I want to come and look at your podcast studio. 2 weeks before he did that, I told him, right, we're getting rid of the podcast studio. We're going to turn it into a bigger area, a showroom, one thing. Des rang for prices because I was getting rid of it. It was in the back of my mind. I was like, I'll send him prices.
Fleece him.
Doing fucking whatever. And it was only when I picked up the phone and spoke to Des and he told me what he wanted to do, I was like, well, hold on a minute here. Save you hiring a podcast, let's do it together and have mine. And that's sort of when, but like I said, I've manifested this for so long now that I'm so happy that it's finally happening. And it was always from the beginning, it was, I want to make a shitload of money spouting my nonsense to other people. I'm only joking. That was a joke. It was all about helping other people. Now, when I started my little Instagram journey where I got 100 followers and I was sort of taking people on a journey, and someone messaged me one day saying, I never thought you'd be the person who helped me today. That was it for me. I was like, I've got to keep doing this. I've got to keep doing this. It is a wicked feeling.
Yeah.
It is a wicked feeling. And I think there are a lot of podcasts out there, and I love them. I love the Stephen Bartlett podcast. I love listening to Joe Rogan. I like listening to intellectual people. But
Do you listen to mine?
I have done, yeah.
Oh, that's
I have done, actually.
That's Andy.
I've
Not
learned,
intellectual, really.
I learned a lot out about both of you two.
It's just the one that I was on though,
Podcast.
just to see whether I was like any good or
That's
not.
a shame.
I haven't had time to listen to any podcasts. I've been editing and promoting this one. I just think it's really good to tell our story from the bottom as we go up.
That's it. And I've got to say, like, I believe in this podcast so much, I'm quitting my other one.
Yeah.
The other one that was number 11 in the charts and that I've been working on for 2 years. Because I believe this one has got more to offer people. No, excuse me.
Getting
Get a little emotional.
Bless it.
I am. Woo, just driving through Ipswich, it makes me emotional.
Place, isn't it?
It's up there. I love how they painted that house a completely different colours to the one.
It's nice. It's nice. It's nice how many houses they've got in a row without gaps.
Oh dear.
Go on, carry with your emotion. Quick. Boy, say something.
The stuff that I've done on my podcast, again, was to say what could be done if you started with 200 quid from your own kitchen, what could you do? This is an extension of that because we're going to carry on with that because we want to inspire people that want to start their own businesses, but realistically, there's more and more people coming out of the woodwork saying there's no get-rich-quick scheme. And if we can have some part in that revolution, I'm all over it.
And there's also so many people coming out and saying there is loads of get-rich-quick schemes. Sign up to my thing, pay me money, and I guarantee you'll be earning X amount of money in a week as a piece of piss. Anyone can do it. And I think there's some truth in that if you're the right person. And let's find out why, boys, because we are about to pull up to the film set. Woohoo! Anyway, if you got this far, thanks for listening. Sorry, this one was a little bit
Random,
round and round the roundabouts as we go round the roundabouts and round the houses.
I will say, if you want to see what we do in real life, we are going to be live at the Des Hamilton Roadshow. We are going to be sitting on a panel with Lydia Killian, who is a ridiculously brilliant manifestation confidence coach that helps you with your self-limiting beliefs and adapting your self-concept. Chris, I actually think that episode could be a one-to-one therapy session with you, mate.
Yeah, I've already thought that.
That is going to be live with a crowd on top of all other stuff like Amazon FBA, TikTok shop, general content creation. We'll put the tickets in the description, 35 quid a pop. There we go, there's my plug.
When is it, Des?
Good shout. 30th of May, Friday the 30th of May, Manchester. Tickets are 35 quid. And when I tell you that most people on the panel that are going to be there will charge easily double that for an hour's worth of their time. You get 5 hours worth of them for 35 quid.
How much you paying me?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask, actually.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll do that after.
Yeah.
You get to drive me.
When we're off it.
Tickets are 40. Tickets are 45 quid.
Anyway, we hope to see you there. Book the tickets. We got big things planned for this podcast. We have already lined up some phenomenal guests. And I think you'll be surprised when you hear them. So
Oh my God.
subscribe, like us, follow us, share our stuff, get in touch with us if you want us to answer any specific topics that are relevant to you at the moment. Anything in life you're going through, we'd love to be able to help. And that's it from us. Let's go shoot a film.
Bye-bye.
Layers.